You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Beauty and the Beast After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Beauty and the Beast After Show.
Hey, everybody. I'm Alikona Bradford, here to give you the news and gossip on AFTERBUZZ TV for the CW's Beauty and the Beast. And joining me today is the lovely
Stephen Lemieux, and we are actually the Beauty and the Beast tonight, just giving you a nice...
He's the beauty and I'm the beast.
Aww.
Aww.
I appreciate that. I'm not going to disagree, folks.
He's not going to disagree. So, there's a new show coming out based on the 1980s version of Beauty and the Beast, which I'm quite excited for. I used to watch it when I was like this little. But it's a mixture of romance and darkness and mystery based on, let's see, like a beautiful girl, obviously Beauty and the Beast. And then another character, it's Jay Ryan playing the character of Vincent, who is a military soldier, and he's part of an experiment that's gone wrong and turns into the Beast.
Oh, no.
I know, so scary. But he's not. He's actually quite handsome. I know you're going to enjoy him. I will enjoy him.
Yeah, and you know I'm all about that, right?
Exactly. So let's get into it right away. Obviously, the show hasn't come on yet, but we're all anticipating the show. Kristen Cruick, we know from Smallville. She's kind of a hottie. You might like her. He's like, nah. So what it's based upon is when she is a young girl, her mother is murdered right in front of her. Yeah. Kind of heavy stuff. So obviously as a grown-up, she's very protective of herself, very defensive, and she becomes a detective, a very strong, independent woman. And what she wants to do is figure out who killed her mother. Because at that point, let me rewind it a little bit. I'm getting a little excited, you guys, because I'm really excited about the show. Rewind! What happens is her mother's killed right in front of her at gunpoint, and she's about to get killed. But out of nowhere comes this mysterious, beastly character, and he rescues her. And then after that, she never sees him again. So, yeah.
So she's got a... Do you think she's really going to be afraid of this gigantic beast? Or do you think she's really going to...
At first, I think so. Well, because she doesn't know who he is. She doesn't even know if she's crazy or if she's not crazy, if she really saw what she saw. And out of nowhere, this other mysterious character appears as she's an adult all over the city. And what she's trying to figure out is who this person is, because supposedly he's dead. He was a soldier that was killed in Afghanistan, and being dead for several years, why are you all over the city? So she's on this case to find him, and come to find out, this person is actually the Beast that saved her. So he's not actually a soldier anymore. He's been in hiding for about 10 years because of the fact that whenever he gets really emotional and angry, he turns into this beast. And we don't know why. We don't know what the actual experiment was or what he was supposed to be. We just know that he becomes this uncontrollable, raging beast.
And there's a lot of... everybody has their own input on chemical warfare and things like that, and especially them putting him in Afghanistan, then having him come back. He's a medic in Afghanistan.
Yes.
So, of course, his whole mindset is very it's kind of a pacifist mindset, even for a soldier.
Right. So obviously, I feel like he's going to be really torn in this TV show because he's got this soft, gentle, humanitarian side, and then at the same time, he's got this uncontrollable, raging side that he's probably embarrassed about.
He just has a humble hobby of ripping people to shreds.
Yes, exactly.
It's cool.
It's my hobby.
And what city is this in again?
It's actually in New York City, which I love New York City. It's perfect. It's got that right amount of like that dark dampness to it that makes it mysterious.
Well, because there's a great there's the high class, and then there's the low class, like the sewers, the grunginess.
Right, exactly.
And then the pompousness at the top. Like
right,
the nice
exactly.
Posh.
And but the difference here, if anybody here did watch the series back in the 80s, the Beast was this lion-looking figure, and he lived in the sewers. But this time around, he actually doesn't live in the sewer because it's a more modern-day version of Beauty and the Beast. It's again, loosely based on the show. The same characters, the same name, but totally different persona.
Now he just, lives in Detroit?
No. But I think there's still going to be that element of romance, which is what I'm really excited about, because he's good looking. I want to see what happens between him and her, but I feel like there's going to be a lot of conflict with that because he is so dangerous. We don't know if it's safe for them to be around each other, but that's why it's exciting when they are together.
Yeah, because at this point we only know that she's looking for this character through the fingerprints, and only through that she finds out that it's the same person. But how does she know that it's the Beast from that time?
Well, the clip that I saw, because obviously the show has not come out yet, and if any of you guys have gone onto the CW website, I'm sure you've watched, because I have, she walks into his lair, if you will, which is a New York City apartment, and there's a newspaper clipping, and it has her mom's death on there. So of course she's startled and wondering why the heck he has this newspaper article, and basically he's been following her this whole entire time, which is sexy but creepy all at once because he's good looking, because if he wasn't, then he'd be a real stalker. But I mean, if you're cute and you want to follow me, I'm all about that.
I would not say that live on the air.
Oh, excuse me, just kidding. Rewind, you didn't hear any of that. Just kidding. Did I say my name is Alikona? Because that's just my alias.
Yeah, exactly. No.
But yeah, so yeah, he's following her, and she comes to find out too that he's been protecting her all these years. So all these cases that she's been doing, and the thing about this series that's really cool too is there's a lot of action in it. Like, she's just this kick-butt girl. She can handle her own. She can do martial arts, but obviously there's points where she just gets herself in a situation that she can't get herself out of.
Damsel in distress.
Exactly,
yeah.
And that's where he comes to play in.
But I'm wondering how she's going to react to know that her savior, in a point, that her savior she's terrified of from growing up and knowing that her parents were killed in front of her and saved by this Beast, is a soldier, but then she's going to kind of probably have to second guess herself before she realizes what's actually who he is and what he is.
Right. And of course, I think one of the other internal conflicts for her is she has a partner. She has, her partner's her best friend, and all these other things are going around, but she has to keep it a secret the entire time. And that's a little bit how I think they bond, too. She keeps his secret, and he helps her find the people that killed her mom. Because, yeah, he saved her, but they're obviously roaming around somewhere. Like, she wants to solve that mystery.
Do you think they're going to go into the romance aspect of the Beauty and the Beast? Do you think they're going to leave that for later?
Definitely. They have to. It's part of Beauty and the Beast. You have to. I mean, the first show, I think what they're going to do is just really establish what all the characters are, who they are, their backstory, and then how they connect.
Well, I'm sure the first episode is probably going to be one of the best ones. Like,
definitely.
CW really tends to go balls out on their premieres and their finales. So of course the rest of the season's great.
Yeah.
But the premieres and finales, you do not want to miss them. They're really like, they will decide for you whether you're going to watch the show from season 1 to season 10.
Right, exactly. Well, and some other really cool things about this, I mentioned that it's very woman power, but not in a way that's very overwhelming. You guys are still going to want to watch it because she's cute. But at the same time too, I think that's what makes it so unique. You've got these two female detectives that are pretty much the starring role in it. And but again, like I was saying, the fighting and all that other good stuff, it'll keep the guys watching it as well too. Yeah, so I'm kind of excited about that.
So it's going to be a chick flick that guys can enjoy seeing a beast rip people to shreds.
Yeah, so I mean, if your girlfriend makes you watch the show, you're not going to be like, snore. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be into it too, I think.
For the first time in over 30 years, there will be guys saying, yes, Beauty and the Beast!
Exactly.
Excited!
Exactly. So, and then getting a little bit into the characters, there's some really cool people in this. I mentioned before, Kristen Cruick. So if you've ever watched Smallville, which I used to love that show. P.S. From one hottie to another, because she's with Tom Welling, Superman, and then she gets to go on over to Jay Ryan, who's quite good looking. Like, lucky girl. But just a little bit about her. Prior to doing Smallville, she never even did a whole lot of professional acting. She had one other gig, which I think is pretty amazing.
Well, Smallville was just it came at a right time, and it just stuck with everyone. Because, I mean, really, you can't, when you're pitching a show, Superman as a teenager. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, that's gold. Why not?
I mean, if you have Superman attached to it,
yeah.
it's gold. You know?
I mean.
And it helps. And it was on for quite some time, so it established her pretty well too. And it's the same writers as it is for Beauty and the Beast and Smallville, so we already know like the stories are going to be really good.
Well, it's always good to see actresses and actors who they get that series that they could possibly retire on, staying with it. Like instead of just fizzling out, they love acting so much, and when they love acting enough that they are going to stay with it, go on another show, do it again, you can really look forward to the quality of their work that they're going to actually put into it. Right. So that's what I'm really looking forward to, the talent involved in the shows like this.
Yeah. Well, and even seeing the previews, like I'm a fan of Kristen anyway, but she's just an amazingly talented actor. So for me, the reason I brought up the fact that she'd only had one job before Smallville, that just tells you right there the talent that she could, the caliber of her work. And for Jay Ryan, he's an Australian actor, so we haven't had a chance to really see a whole lot of him. So I'm very curious to see what he has to bring to the table.
Australia's been bringing us some pretty great actors lately, though.
Yes. Another actor that's in this show that I'm really excited to see, too, is, let me see, I have him, I apologize, Brian White. And for all you gentlemen, he was in the NFL. He played for the Patriots. He was a pro athlete, and then he got injured. He became a stockbroker, so he was doing a little bit of everything. Intellectual, he's an athlete. And then by chance, this is how you know you're doing the right thing for a living when it comes to you. He ran into an executive producer who was like, hey, you should act, you should model. And then it just kept coming from there. Stomp the Yard. He was doing Tyler Perry movies, and now he's in this. So I'm really excited to see what he's going to be doing with the character that he has as Kristen's boss.
Well, he's a stockbroker. He was a football player. Well, hopefully, maybe sometime he'll be a host and join us on AfterBuzz.
Ah, that'd be amazing.
Do you hear that, Brian White?
That would be amazing. Kristen, if you want to come, Jay, I'm welcoming all of you guys.
Blatant advertising.
Yes,
blatant advertising.
Please come. We love your show, and we'd love to have you here. And we love that you guys are watching us here at AfterBuzz. So keep on watching us. We definitely want to be able to foreshadow for you guys and break down everything that's going on. I don't know.
Speaking of a lot of stuff that's going on at AfterBuzz, we have over 50 shows a week that you can check out anytime on iTunes. We have podcasts. We have live broadcasts every night. You can watch all your favorite shows. We got American Horror Stories coming back.
Ew.
Dexter just started again. We're covering the brand new shows like Park Avenue 666, things like that. And for all of these shows, you can go to iTunes to search up AfterBuzz TV with the show name after it, and you can subscribe to the podcast. You can comment on the podcast, and feel free to rate them 5 stars. The hosts are all about responding to your comments and giving you live shout-outs on the air.
Exactly. We love to hear what you guys have to say about us, because if you have any suggestions, we totally take them into consideration.
Yeah, because we watch the same shows you do, but we don't sometimes think the same way you do. So
and we love to have you guys call in. So if you guys ever want to call in and give us your opinion on what's been going on, or maybe you have some juicy news and gossip you want to share, we're all about that.
What's that number there, Amir? What can they call in on? We got Amir as our engineer this evening, doing a fantastic job.
Give me a second.
Of course.
Why don't you tell us, are you on any other shows that we can watch you on?
Well, I'm hosting Dexter this season. I'm really excited about that. It's the first show I've been doing for AfterBuzz, and I'm kind of one of those people that'll fill in because I like to talk a lot.
From here and there, yeah. We also have some 2 lovely ladies that will be joining us next week. They're out of town right now, but one of them I also co-host with on America's Next Top Model. I'm stuttering over here.
America's Next Top.
It's a tongue twister. Say that 10 times.
America's Next Top Model.
America's Next Top Model. No, too much. It's too much.
Is that the one with Tyra?
It is the one with Tyra Banks.
And Mr. J? Or
no, she fired everybody.
What?
Yes, totally new cast. We're getting off the topic of
totally off topic.
Totally off topic.
But let me just show my jaw drop.
Oh.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, she fired everybody, and ratings. She wanted to give them a boost. Whole new formula, just everything different this year.
Oh man.
It's a tough adjustment, but I kind of like it. I don't know. So definitely tune in, watch that. It's on Thursdays. Or we changed it actually. Now it's gonna be on Mondays at 11. But you can always download us anytime, and definitely download us. We're gonna be doing Beauty and the Beast every. What is today?
Today is
Thursday. You guys. You have to forgive me.
Every
I'm all over
Thursday.
the place. Every Thursday at 11 o'clock.
Yes.
Yes.
And who's going to be the hosts for Beauty and the Beast?
It is going to be my lovely friend Paige and also Erica Vieira.
Erica Vieira.
Yes.
Aha.
Yes. Who have fantastic opinions.
You have an all-star gorgeous lady cast. How could you not tune into that?
I know.
I mean,
we wouldn't mind having Steven.
Oh, well, yeah.
come give us the male opinion about everything that's going on, because he's going to be the one that's into all of the like, not the sci-fi aspect of it, but the sci-fi aspect.
I wouldn't want to make our viewers jealous of me sitting between all three of you.
That's true.
It's really,
that's true.
Really.
Maybe you can come like shirtless one time, show off your, your beastly pectorals or something.
Then I'd really be the beast. So how are we doing on that phone number, Amir?
So
I remember that it's 426.
That's awesome. All right.
Oh,
Well, while he's looking up that information, let's just get back into a little bit about the television show and a little bit about our actors too. I don't know if you're familiar with any of these people. Did you ever watch Smallville?
Yeah, I watched a good portion of it.
So are you a Kristen fan?
She's hot.
She's hot.
She's a talented actress. I appreciate seeing that on TV nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like I said, I'm really excited to see what happens with this television show, because they do have so many amazing and talented actors. Just to name a few of the other ones, we have Nicole Gail Anderson. She plays Heather Chandler, who is the sister. You've seen her on iCarly. You've seen her on Hannah Montana, Jonas. There's also a series called Make It or Break It. That's a really good one too, if you guys get a chance to check that one out. We also have in there Max Brown. He's been on Tudors. He's been on Crossroads, and he is an English actor, which I think is interesting. He's English, and then you have the main character who is from New Zealand, and if I'm correct, they speak in an American accent, which is quite talented.
Wait, in New York?
Yeah, right.
Usually it's all posh accents there.
Yeah, so sophisticated.
No, but it's gonna be really interesting to see kind of the conspiracies that go on behind the scenes, because she's a detective,
right,
who's keeping a secret. But this is also an open case. I mean, this is a case.
It can go in any direction, and here's the thing: she knows the answer to the case.
Yeah.
That must be so hard for her.
So much dramatic.
She's running around, but I think there's going to be other cases involved too that somehow he gets involved in, and maybe he does come and save her butt again, or you know what I mean. I don't know if everything is going to lead back to him in the long run, and they're really desperate to find him. I don't know if the city sees him as a menace or they see him as a savior. So I'm not really quite sure, but regardless, I mean, it's something that...
Well, I think it's time to do some predictions.
Yes.
Woo!
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
All right, so Alikona, what are some of your amazing predictions? You're pretty spot on with this, so I'm going to let you roll with it.
My predictions. I feel like the two of them are going to get close together, but I think that she's going to be very guarded and very defensive. I know that she also has a flirtatious relationship with one of her forensic partners, so I'm curious to see where that's going to go. I think because she's so guarded, this person's probably going to like her a lot, and she's not going to let it happen. And at the same time,
friend zone.
Yeah, and I think that too, they're not going to let them be in a relationship right away, because then the series would just be like... So it's going to have a lot of highs and lows and emotional things, so I'm really interested to see that.
All right. Well, I think he's going to have his own troubles, because it's going to focus on her, but I think it's going to have him definitely as one of those main characters that has story arcs to himself, perhaps even people hunting him. And I mean, that would be kind of the guy way of getting guys to watch it. Would be, oh, the beast is being hunted and he has to tear a few heads off or something. I don't know, maybe twist a few arms. I don't know. But I really think they're really going to incorporate the action into it a lot, and going to have every episode have that one wow scene that kind of gets you like, whoa, that just happened.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of directions they can take with this. Until we see the pilot, we're not really going to know and have a feel for it, but it's definitely something we're looking forward to.
Yeah, definitely.
And that, again, airs next Thursday at...
It's at 10 p.m. on the CW, so definitely check it out. And if you guys want to see those previews, go on to CW on their website. You can watch them all there. There's some pretty great interviews there. Get to know the characters a little bit more. And until then,
how can we find you, Alikona?
You can find me on Twitter at KissMyPassport, or you can follow me on Facebook, Alikona Bradford, or on Tumblr, same name.
Kiss My Passport, pretty sassy. You can find me on Twitter at Stephen Lemieux, or on Facebook /Stuven, STUVEN. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.